The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17.
Wait, 10, 53!
49's a mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Bang, 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 bang. 72.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Switch.
Check it.
On play action, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
45. I got you. 45.
Wait,
45. Here we go.
Barkley on first down, going to work his way forward only for about a couple there.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Wait, 10.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. But defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried, few have succeeded, but what do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type of athlete who can get up to the perimeter and hurt you. He likes to step up in the pocket and throw downfield. If you have a couple of good pass rushers right in his face, right in his grill, that's your best chance to slow him down. Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Wait,
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
54's Mike, 54's Mike.
Hey, stick. Wait for the end.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to get the football back at their own 17. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
We got three, fellas, we got 3. 45.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Kenny Galladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Gano the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many because once they get going, look out. Things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career. And it's evident when you see that.
Saying something.
That's saying something right there. But he's earned it.
54.
On 1st down, Brady.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And that is incomplete here.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd and 10, Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Wait, 53. Watch the run. They're running it. 36. Shadow.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
It's our field.
When he hit, sugar!
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup, and that makes the score 14-7. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Come on now, let's go.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Here we go.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check. Crunch.
To the right and complete to Galladay. Spinning past him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Hey.
21.
Check 24. Watch 24. Shift.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Going right back to Galladay. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Hey, check Mike 45. Set the tone, defense.
2.
45 is Mike. 45.
In your face.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that'll be caught by Tony. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here we go.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
Get him.
Hey, alert.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here we go. 180.
45. Check, 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 check.
One Omaha. Man.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Wait, that.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down. 4 down.
Easy. 72.
From the 31, Brady. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Hey, Alabama. Wait, hit.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Wait, that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-4. Mike 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady.
Coming to you.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
This is caught by Evans. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 29-yard line.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Wait, hit.
Brady to throw again. And he finds Gronk. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Wait, that. Wait, Eddie.
Mike 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Regular. Rip.
A quick throw caught by Evans out wide. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
You got him. You got him.
Wait, that. Easy. Round 80.
Therapy after this.
Sugar.
Mike 20. Let's get the ball.
Wait, hit.
Throwing now is Brady.
Run you over. I'm going to run you over.
This is caught.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
80.
Mike 49.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Wait, hit.
Stop your whining. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, check it.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead is now 21-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Back near his goal line, here's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead now up to 14. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to...
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. The 30. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack on first down, Brady going up top for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Pettis. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
45.
11, 11.
Keep it up, guys.
And hot.
Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Here we go, here we go,
And
here
he
we go.
got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for the Giants.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they
Here we
flip
go.
field position there? A nice
11,
attacking
11,
play
11,
that picked up a
11.
heck of a chunk of yardage.
Stay hot.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead,
Here we go, here we go.
it's second
80.
down.
11, 11,
So now
11.
second and 10
11.
after the incompletion on first down.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. 45. 45.
Stay hot.
Garoppolo looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Extra point try now for Succop.
Here we go.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Come on, baby, let's go. Big time. Let's go, let's go. Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
Yeah, but they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Hey, come on, come on, come on.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45's the mic.
Stay hot.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss on that play, and now third down gets
Here we go,
tougher.
here we go.
Third and 6.
Clock, clock, clock. I got you.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Stay hot.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Hey, let's go.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
56 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
54.
Shotgun now for Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Hey, 66.
Brady now to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Wait, set. Wait,
Mike's 5-4.
Here we go, here we go.
Mike's 54.
Alert.
54.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Protect it.
Brady going to throw. To Evans on the slant. And the Buccaneers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Alert.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in.
Here we go.
That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
21.
Check, 45's the mic. Check, 45's the mic. Target. 45's the mic. 45's the mic.
Check the outside.
1, Omaha.
45.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
Watch his slant.
And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Single. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
I'm coming. Hey, Alabama.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
21.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch is called for. He will take it in to give his guys some excellent field position here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Watch the run.
Check it, reload.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the option, it's Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey, shadow.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Here we go,
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Open man right side is Tony.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Here we go.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo's throw caught by Tony. And he's got room. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Wait, set. Alabama. Green 80. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Alert.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Brady going to throw here. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Wait, set. Green 80.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can model this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay,